What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Refinement. I've made 6 pretty major changes to my eBay store, and I just want to go over with them with you guys. So first off, I no longer use this SIM card router. So I used to be in an area that didn't have the best service, so I use this to piggyback on my cell phone internet. And what this does is it blocks the cell phone carrier from knowing that you're using regular internet when you're actually using a hotspot. The problem with this is that it's actually this not as fast as just hardwiring your cell phone into the computer with regular hotspots. So your cell phone service is not as fast as hotspot service. So I just switched to 100 gigabytes of internet for $40 extra on my phone plan. And so I pay $132 for a 4-person family plan, and then $40 extra for the 100 gigabyte hotspot. And I plug that into the computer, and it is perfect. So that solved my internet problem. This hotspot router is really good if you don't have hotspot in your area or you have poor service and you have to use your cell phone. This worked out really well for me. All the stuff in this video will be linked in the description below. Number 2, I switched inventory systems. So as you guys know, I used to have numbered bins, and you see those all over YouTube. I was like one of the first people who did that, and tons of people copied that system, but I switched. Now I just number my items between 0 and 100,000. So since I switched to this system, I haven't lost any items, and my picking time went down to 15 seconds per item because they're in these boxes in file form, only one row wide. So I only sell one category now, clothing, so it's all organized like that. But I just realized it doesn't matter what I sell, I'm going to use the same inventory system because I could put shoes in there. I could put anything that's 8 inches wide could fit in like a normal file, and then my boxes are 30 inches deep, so anything 8 by 30 could still fit in this box, and I can use the same inventory system. I print 10,000 labels at a time on Avery.com. So I used to walk around my warehouse and look for open spaces in the bins. And I tried the paperclip system or the clothespin system where you recycle the same numbers, but I don't like that because there's no date. With the ascending order that I do now, the smaller the number, the older the item is. So it's been really great. I literally have not lost any items. It's the best inventory system that I've ever used. So I switched to that. Number 3. Everything in my warehouse is now wired. I don't have anything wireless anymore. And I have 2 of everything in case anything breaks. So I don't have to worry about batteries anymore. And that saves me a few seconds because that stuff wears out. So number 4, I take the items, I photograph them, and I put them into these clear bags. I buy them from value mailers on eBay. And the price fluctuates on these a little bit, but they're, I get them for around $40 when these go on sale. So I'm paying 4 cents per bag, and I pay 2 cents per bag for the clear poly mailers that I ship everything out on. But after I take photographs, I seal the item during my photography process, and it takes 2 minutes. Then I actually put them away immediately after photography. So the only way I recommend doing what I just said right now is if you list on site. So right after I put the items away, because they're already on a cart as soon as I'm done photographing them, I list on site immediately after. I don't have any items that are photographed and not listed, and I don't have any photographs that aren't listed. It's just all done in real time. Photograph, list, put everything away. So the workspaces are all clean every single day. There's nothing on them unless we're literally working on them. So this has saved me so much time because I used to have a separate photographer and a separate lister. And now I don't do that anymore. The photographer is the lister. So if I'm listing or if she's listing, it's the same. Photos first, then list, put everything back. Actually, let me back up. Photographs, put everything back, then list. If we have to go back and check an item, which happened today 3 times, that's okay to me because the numbers are numeric. So it's like go get number 218, 220, and 230 and bring them to me, and then I'll adjust the listings because I forgot one of the item specifics. But I took the pictures, so that's also helped a lot too. If you take your own pictures, you can list really quickly. If you don't, it makes it really difficult because you got to keep referring back to the photos and you may have missed something. So number 6, I'm redoing my shipping station. So you guys can see, this is the Facebook group that I run with my colleague Tech and Sports, and I recommend you guys post what you're working on in the group and people will talk about it. So right now my shipping time was 27 seconds per item to get the item and then pack it in. And now I think it's as low as 20 seconds per item. And I print my items one at a time. So where my hand is on the left, I can reach the 6 different ways that I ship within just a few inches. Like I'm only moving my arm a little bit to grab the bag. This doesn't look that fancy because it's not fancy, but it's organized very specifically. Everything is in the right order. So when I pull the item, I can put the item I just sold into it in one motion. So it only takes 2 seconds to put it into the actual parcel. And then the label is being printed at that same time. And I put the label on at the end. While I'm packing the item, it's actually working on the next label. So I print them one at a time, and I'm positive this is faster than multi-label shipping. So people say it's not faster, but I don't think they've actually timed it. When you do multi-label shipping, one, if you make a mistake, you end up shipping 4 or 5 wrong packages in a row. I'm only printing one at a time, and the custom SKU is on the printing label and it's on my item. So it's very difficult to screw up, and if you print the same label twice or try to, eBay will warn you saying that you're accidentally printing the same item. So when you do multi-label shipping, you have to line up all the items that you sold. Let's say you sold 10 items. You have to line up the 10 items in the order that are on the shipping screen, print it, and then you have to physically move to put the label on each one of the packages in order and match it up again. I don't have to move at all. My feet don't move at all. My hand's only moving a couple of inches, and it's the same time to print the labels, whether you print them one at a time or all at the same time. It's just how fast your printer can print. So for me personally, I don't think it's faster unless you sell literally the exact same thing. If you sell 10 wallets and they're identical, then just print 10 labels and it doesn't matter because you can't mix them up. They're all the same item. But if you sell unique items, show me you actually shipping items faster than me if you count the time where you actually line the items up. It's not faster. I can just grab an item, print the exact label, and the label, while it's being printed, it's going into the bag. So I can make a few more adjustments here on the left side. And also, I switched to all the shipping supplies being below this station because they used to be above. But since right now I'm training somebody to do the shipping for me, I don't want them to get hurt with anything overhead. So everything will be below them. I'm thinking about maybe putting nothing overhead. I like to use every single square inch normally because the space in California is expensive. But you know what? Maybe I'll leave the space above their head just completely empty, which is fine. So put everything below the shipping station, and I want to make it clear when supplies are running low so that we can order and stay ahead, but I also don't want 2 years worth of padded flat rate envelopes. I just want maybe a month or 2 months worth of those, and then we'll order as the supply dwindles below. And right now I need to think of what surface to put on here so that, because right now it's on the mesh of the shelf and I don't want it to be clear like that because things will fall through. So I want to cover it with a piece of plywood or something, maybe something a little lighter than plywood. But I want to add the panel, and I put that in the group asking for advice, and that's how I recommend you do the mentorship with us. Is you post exactly what it is you're trying to improve. And I've been looking at everyone's different setups and everyone's different processes, and it's really helped me. So inside the group, we have how I do it and then how my colleague Tech and Sports does it. My process is a little over 5 minutes now. So it's pretty fast, 5 minutes, including everything, including 30 seconds to get the item ready. So a lot of people don't count the time they take to test, repair, wash. I do count that in my 5 minutes. So you want to look at what it is you're exactly doing, because some people order inventory in. I don't have that luxury. I have to go out and get all my inventory. And the reason why I do that is because when I go out and get it, every single item is list ready. When I order items, I have to sort through the items and see which ones I have to redonate, which ones I have to deal with. But if I go out and pick all the items myself, I don't have to do that. Every single one is a winner because I personally picked it. So that saved me a ton of time versus buying bulk or buying liquidation and then having to figure out what's hot and what's not. I just go out and pick only what's hot for my store. Now, somebody said that I am going to run out of items to sell. That will never happen for me because I sell common items. The people who are selling home run, rare, unique things, they will run out of items to find. I will never run out of things to find because my average sale price is 20 bucks. There's a lot of stuff that's $20 or under that you can find. Over $20, I don't know. I don't know a lot of people that can sell hundreds or thousands of $50 items. That's very difficult without a massive sourcing team. It's just not that easy. But finding items under $20 at scale, I want to point out one more thing. So before we end the video today, first off, smash the like button. Consider subscribing. The point of this channel is to help you guys refine your processes. But I was, maybe I was a little bit harsh. I was saying people who ask lazy questions like, where do I find things to sell? Somebody tried to defend themselves earlier and said that they're not lazy. They wake up at 3:30 in the morning. I really don't care what time you wake up. This person says they flip homes. If you flip homes, you would know that one of the places that you look for homes is the MLS, right? If you flipped homes, you would know that. You would know where homes come on the market for you to look. It's the same thing with reselling and the same thing with everything. It is lazy to ask where do you source because you find that out when you pick which category you want to sell in, right? If you've decided to sell homes, it's easier to find out which homes come on the market because you've picked a category. If I were to ask you, how do I make money? That's way too vague. You wouldn't be able to help me. But if I were to say, what's the best way to use the MLS? You could probably point me in the right direction of a few different articles or books or people who are really good at using the MLS. I can't answer the question, where do I find things to source? Because that's too vague. If I should just respond back on Earth because it's just such a vague question. It's impossible to help somebody with that vague of a question. So I do think it's lazy, and I stand by that because this is my YouTube channel, and you don't have to listen to me. You can unsubscribe. This channel is just me voicing what I think, and I get over 500 questions a day. So if the questions are super vague, usually I just delete them. And I want to help as many people as I can, but I need the questions to be specific so I can give you an answer that will actually help you. So I'm asking, how do I get a panel on this shelf so that things don't fall through? It's a specific question. You guys can actually give me an answer. If I said, how do I ship faster? You don't know how I ship currently. How could you help me? So I appreciate you guys. Please smash the like button. Not trying to sound negative, but I want everyone to really think before you ask a question because you probably already know the answer, already know where to look. I'm not selling shortcuts. The only shortcut that works, the only shortcut that makes money is selling shortcuts to people. I'm not selling shortcuts. I'm selling the solution. The solution is to figure out how you do things and get better at it. That's not a shortcut. It takes a long time. It's the long way. It's the stairs. Okay, everyone's looking for the elevator. I don't know one with reselling. It's slow. You could maybe run a little bit faster up the stairs, but you still have to take the stairs. All right, so I appreciate you guys. Please smash the like button. Consider subscribing. I may sound salty on the video, but I'm not really that salty because my eBay store is doing well. So in the end, if your eBay store is doing well, it's really tough to be salty about life. So I appreciate you guys. Take care.